Hey guys, I'm working on a little tutorial on how I'm going to paint my Gandalf the Grey because I recently started building my fellowship and I decided that I really wanted the Khazad Gandalf. So I've been on the lookout for a few weeks now, and I saw somebody on Facebook who was like selling this one, so I was like, yes, I need him, I need him. Um, so you can't see, I should probably show this, but the arm's been green stuffed, and I glued some just like sizzle sand onto the base before I spray painted him. He's just been primed with black. It's looking quite shiny, but that doesn't matter because I'm going to paint over it. It's just because he's a metal model. I've done, to be fair, the way I've always painted it, just prime my models. I just find it easier, it gives you a better coating, things that stick better. It just looks, overall, I think it looks better if you've got a base coat, but I think nowadays it's not a big deal. So yeah, so this is the start. He's just primed. From there, I'm going to use some dark grey from Vallejo, right here. That's going to be the base coat, that's going to be the robes. So the robes are now painted grey. I've done two coats, because it's always a good idea to do two coats. As if you follow Duncan Roads or Warhammer T or anything like that, then you'll know two thin coats. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to paint the beard, and I'm going to mix the dark grey that I used for the robes with the white from Vallejo. I really like the white from Vallejo. I think it's really good quality white. What I'll also do is I use the white to basically base coat the flesh, so his face and his hands, I'll coat that, and that mix of grey and white, I'm going to put that, I'm going to sort of dry brush that over the sand of the base as well. So now the beard is done and the hands and face have been undercoated a white, and I've done the base a bit grey. So I think what I'm going to do next is I'm going to do this satchel. So what I'm going to do with the satchel is I'm going to paint it, again using the Vallejo colour. I'm going to use leather brown, um, and what I'll also do at the same time is I will do the leather for the belt, and that will be using Rhinox hide from GW, because I want them to be a bit different. I don't want them to be the exact same shade. It's a good way to do it is to use like different colours. And so I've done the leather on him. As you see the belt, and then the satchel. It's two different colours. You see there's a bit of colour difference, so that's quite good. I've also done the staff, that Rhinox hide. That's going to be basically the base coat of the staff. So what I'm going to do for the next stage is I'm going to paint up the flash using Vallejo flat flesh. The sword scabbard, I'm going to use Macragge blue for that. And then the sword and any metal, I'm just going to use lead belcher, which I'm not even sure they sell anymore. It's probably something under something else, but I could be wrong. And then Gorthor brown is going to be basically the next layer of the staff. And then from there, I'll show you that, and then we'll go on to washes after that. So the sword, the staff, and the face and the scabbard have now all been painted. You see, it's got a blue blue scabbard there. You know, the bits of metal have been done on that. Sword there, I've done. If you see the handle, I've done blue as well on the sword. With the staff, I've only done one very sort of quite thin layer, so it does look a bit uneven. You can see there are darker patches. I think that works quite well because it's meant to be wood, trying to sort of reflect the grain a bit. Quite happy how the flesh worked out. That Vallejo flat flesh over a coat, two thin coats over a coat of white seems to work really well. So on to the next stage is going to be shading. So I'm going to use Nuln Oil and Agraxa shade from Games Workshop. The Nuln Oil is going to go on the robes and the sword, and so I'll let that dry, and then the Agrax is going to go over everything else. It'll give me, especially with the Lord of the Rings miniature, I've just found that like the shading it just works so well. Like it's like one tip. As a friend gave me the tip that like just anything Lord of the Rings, just wash it with Agrax Earth shade and it looks really good. And it does. Like literally, you just get those base colors down, wash it with that, table ready. You can paint. Well, you can have table top ready. You can have miniature ready for tabletop in like 20 seconds. Well, 2 hours, an hour. But yeah. So anyway, I'll show that once that's done. So I finished Gandalf. Um, I really like the way that the effect of the wash, so like the Nuln Oil and the Agrax have sort of just really brought out like the hair, and the way that it works on the robes is just amazing. It's just given that that lighting effect. And so I've not just actually done the washing, I've also done like a little bit of edge highlighting on the satchel using Gawthor Brown. I've dry brushed the hair white, just sort of like, give a bit, sort of like sharpen up some of the hairs. The top of the staff, I've painted the crystal white, and then I've just dry brushed white along the top of the staff. And I think I'm done with Gandalf. Like, I could do more details if I wanted. I might come back and do more details, but that's perfectly respectable. Gandalf has taken me 2.5 hours or so to get to this stage. Maybe three. Yeah, probably about three, because obviously like, I spent a bit of time letting the shades dry. But yeah, I'm really happy with him. So yeah, that's an idea for the tutorial if you like, or just use it for some inspiration.